For decades, the Middle East has lived under a shadow of tension between Iran, Israel, and the United States. The conflict did not begin overnight. It grew slowly through years of political rivalry, military threats, and fears over nuclear weapons. Iran had been developing advanced missile technology and expanding its influence across the region. Israel repeatedly warned that Iran's growing military power and possible nuclear ambitions posed a direct threat to its survival. Meanwhile, the United States supported Israel and imposed heavy sanctions on Iran, hoping to weaken its military and nuclear programs. Tensions rose even higher as attacks and cyber operations were blamed on each side. Over time, small clashes and proxy conflicts began to spread across the Middle East. Armed groups allied with Iran clashed with Israeli forces, while the United States increased its military presence in the region. Then came the moment that changed everything. Intelligence reports claimed that Iran was moving closer to building powerful long-range weapons. Fearing a future where Iran could strike with devastating force, Israel and the United States decided they could no longer wait. In late February 2026, the world woke up to shocking news. Warplanes roared across the night sky, missiles streaked through the darkness, and massive explosions shook Iranian cities. The long-feared confrontation had finally begun, and what followed would quickly pull the world into one of the most dangerous conflicts of the modern era. How the war started. The current conflict began on February 28, 2026, when the United States and Israel launched coordinated airstrikes on Iran. The operation targeted Iranian military bases, missile sites, and government facilities in several cities, such as Tehran and Isfahan. The attack were meant to destroy Iran's missile capabilities and prevent it from developing nuclear weapons. During the strikes, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei and several senior officials were reportedly killed, which escalated the conflict dramatically. This surprise assault triggered a major regional war. What the U.S. and Israel have been striking. Since the war began, U.S. and Israeli forces have carried out hundreds of air and missile strikes across Iran. Main targets include missile launch sites, military command centers, air defense systems, weapons factories, oil depots, and energy infrastructure. Some reports say over 1,000 strikes have been launched, hitting military and strategic locations. Iran's retaliation. Iran responded with large waves of missiles and drones against Israel and U.S. allies in the Middle East. Targets of Iran's retaliation include cities in Israel, such as Tel Aviv and Haifa, U.S. military bases in Iraq, Bahrain, and Qatar, strategic locations across the Gulf region. Iran has also fired long-range ballistic missiles in repeated waves. Casualties and damage. The conflict has already caused heavy casualties. Over 1,200 people killed in Iran and more than 12,000 injured. Dozens killed in strikes around Tehran during heavy bombardments. Israel has also suffered deaths and hundreds of injuries from Iranian missile attacks. Civilian infrastructure, such as homes and hospitals, has also been damaged. Why this war is dangerous. Experts say this conflict is one of the most dangerous Middle East wars in decades because the U.S., Israel, and Iran are all directly involved. Regional groups like Hezbollah have joined attacks. Oil shipping routes like the Strait of Hormuz have been disrupted. If it expands further, it could become a large regional or global crisis. As the missiles continue to fly and tensions rise across the Middle East, the world is watching closely. What happens next could shape the future of global politics and security for years to come. This conflict between Iran, Israel, and the United States is still unfolding, and new developments are happening every day. If you want clear updates, powerful breakdowns, and the real stories behind the world's biggest conflicts and historical events, make sure you follow this page. Stay informed, stay curious, and follow for more updates on this ongoing war and other major stories shaping our world.